It's Jen from Wasaga Beach Public Library, and I have a great story for you today. Every story that I pick for you is actually really great. There are so many great stories. Today's story is about sparkly things and shiny things and spectacular things. It's a story called Angus All Aglow by Heather Smith and Alice Carter. Angus liked sparkly things. The rainbow sequins on his sister's tutu. The sun's reflection on Baker Lake in the summer. The diamond studs on the collar of his dog, Sherlock. Angus liked sparkly words too. Lustrous rolled off his tongue. Scintillating made his eyebrows dance, and just saying the word gleaming made his mouth smile. Glistening was his favorite because hidden in glistening is listening, and Angus liked sparkly things so much he felt as though he could hear them. The nighttime stars crackled like a campfire. The metal taps on his sister's dance shoes whiz-bang popped like fireworks. His sapphire-studded scissors sizzled like frying bacon. Angus's favorite sparkly thing of all was Grandma June's necklace. It had 5 strands of colorful glass beads that sounded like popcorn being popped in a metal pot. One day, Grandma June noticed Angus admiring her necklace. She slipped it over his head. "It's all yours," she said. Angus felt a twinkling deep inside his belly. It was his inner sparkle, fizzy, and warm. Angus glowed from the inside out. The next morning, Angus decided to wear Grandma June's necklace to school. His sister said, "Angus, that necklace doesn't really match the rest of your outfit. Why don't you wear a scarf instead?" Angus said, "Scarves don't sparkle." His father said, "Why don't you save that necklace for a special occasion, like Mardi Gras?" Angus said, "Why can't every day be Mardi Gras?" His mother said, "Angus, the thing is, that necklace is really bright." Angus said, "That's the point." Heads turned as Angus walked into his classroom. Could they hear the popping too? Johnny Cole put his face in his hands and yelled, "My eyes! My eyes!" Others joined in, "Too bright! Too bright!" Brett Andrews said, "Sparkles, Angus? Sparkles?" His classmates' laughter was like a downpour of freezing rain. Angus ran into the hallway where his inner sparkle fizzled like a wet firecracker. He tried to pull the necklace over his head, but the strands twisted together and a thick loop got caught on his ears. Angus yanked hard, and the glass beads seemed to lose their color as they bounced off the floor. The only sound Angus could hear was a shower of sad plinkety-plinks. Just then, Melody Daniels appeared. As she stepped into the hallway, her foot bumped a lone bead, and it rolled toward Angus. It seemed to move in slow motion. Angus and Melody followed it with their eyes. They watched as it rolled to a wibbly-wobbly stop. Against the rubber sole of Angus's sneaker, Angus frowned and kicked the bead away, and then turning on his back on Melody, he walked back to the classroom. That night, Angus went to his sister's dance recitals. Tap shoes glimmered and sequins shimmered, but Angus didn't hear a whiz, a bang, or a pop. At bedtime, Sherlock snuggled in close, but the diamond studs on his collar jabbed and poked. Angus pushed Sherlock away. The next morning, under the red maple tree, Melody was waiting for Angus. In her hand was a brown paper bag. She reached in and scooped out a handful of beads. It was a pretty necklace, she said, and it looked like a party on a string. She brought the beads to her ear. Sounds like popping candy, you know, that kind that fizzes in your mouth. Suddenly, the world around Angus exploded with sound. The beads in Melody's hands, crick, crack, popped like hot corn kernels. The ruby buttons on her cardigan buzzed like a bazillion fireflies. The rainbow ribbons in her hair cling-clang rang like a parade. The two friends sat together admiring the beads while the leaves of the red maple sizzled above them. Melody pulled a ribbon from her hair. Maybe you could make a new necklace. Angus had a better idea. With his sapphire-studded scissors, he snipped the ribbon in two and threaded beads onto each piece. He struggled to tie the ends. I can help, said Melody, and together they made 2 new bracelets. Angus passed one to Melody. It's all yours. Melody beamed. Angus clutched the second bracelet in his hand. His fingers tingled as the beads hummed with happiness. But underneath the thrum, 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 Angus could hear a dark whisper. My eyes, too bright, too bright. And his inner sparkle quivered like a flickering flame. Melody reached out and touched the bracelet. It matches your outfit perfectly, she said. The dark whisper disappeared like a wisp of smoke on the breeze. Angus slipped the bracelet over his hand, and the beads zizzle, zazzle, zapped like lightning in a stormy sky. Every head turned as Angus and Melody walked into the classroom. Angus glowed from the inside out. And that's the story of Angus all aglow. Thanks so much for listening. Bye.